The New England Patriots just got the kind of break that every team dreams of. That's right. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out, guys. All you got to do, subscribe, notification bell, and hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. And I'll tell you what, we continue to climb to 10,000. This might be the video that breaks it. Who knows? But be a part of it. Patriots content on the daily. Guys, I feel like I got to start every episode saying, hey, isn't life great? Patriots took down the Bills. I every episode when I'm like, I'm planning it out, I'm like, well, I said that last time. It doesn't get old though. Am I right? Comment below. Does it get old saying, hey, we beat the Bills, arguably one of the best, if not best team in the NFL, last undefeated team? It always comes off great. But anyways, the Patriots, after beating the Buffalo Bills, are starting to realize, hey, we have really the dream scenario moving forward. And you might be saying, Aaron, what the heck are you saying? Antonio Gibson just got hurt? No, obviously that's not ideal. They will figure that out. Sucks for him, sucks for the team, but we'll be fine. But the dream scenario is simple. You look at the schedule moving forward, and it is easy street, baby. Now, every game, I'm not saying it's going to be a pushover every game, but if we look at strength of schedule and compare other teams, the Patriots are sitting pretty. Case in point, New York Giants on the ropes right now, struggling. Sure, they beat the Chargers, and again, that's the NFL. Anything can happen. You look at the odds in that game, Chargers were heavily favored. But again, they still played the two-time or the reigning Super Bowl champs twice. They played the Detroit Lions, San Francisco, Green Bay, the Broncos, and the Commies. They got a tough schedule ahead. So you look at that. You even look at teams like the Lions. The Lions still have to go up against the Eagles, the Bucks, the Steelers, which they're always making the playoffs. The Packers, the Rams, and the Commies. What's funny is easiest opponent on here it has as the Chiefs. So you're like, I don't think the Chiefs are just done yet, even though it is great to see them at 2-3. Not going to lie. But we look at this and we scroll all the way down, and guess who's at number 32? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the New England Patriots. The toughest games based on these metrics on their schedule are still, again, the Bills. But let's remember, that's in New England. The Buccaneers, and then the Falcons, which the Falcons, let's not forget, got absolutely pantsed against the Carolina Panthers. Lost 30-0. Laid a big old goose egg for the whole NFL to see. So take that as you will. On top of that, when we look at the easier side of the schedule, this week is the Saints. All right. And then down the road, you play the Titans that are looking rough. The Browns, they just traded away Joe Flacco. They got Dylan Gabriel starting, the lefty, the rookie. Sure, they beat the Packers not too long ago, but again, not a great team. Giants, not a great team. Dolphins already beat, not ideal. And then you got to play the Jets twice. Get to play them twice. So you better believe that any NFL team would love to have a schedule like this, where for the most part, and again, I will preface, yes, it's the NFL. Anything can happen any given Sunday. You play the game to see who's going to win. Again, the Browns beat the Packers. It happened. Again, you look at other things that happened. The Titans beat the Cardinals. If you watch that game, I had a kid come up to me at school and said, Aaron, I'm pretty sure the NFL's, or Aaron, they don't call me Aaron. They said, listen, coach, I think the NFL is rigged. I said, rigged? Why? Well, and what's funny is they're Eagles fans. And you know, what's funny is when I teach high school and then I do middle school lifting after school. So I have these middle schoolers come up to me who are Eagles fans, and they're like, that game was rigged. I was like, it was rigged, or you just hate losing? I'm like, well, yeah, I hate losing. Okay. But then they said, but that Cardinals-Titans game was rigged. And I was like, did you see that game? The most improbable things just happened to happen, and they lost. It was abysmal. There's no way they could come up with a story like that. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, man, who's telling you this stuff? He's like, well, my dad says. I'm like, of course your dad says that. But anything can happen. Anything can happen. The Giants beat the Chargers. Browns beat the Packers. Jaguars beat the Chiefs, but the Jaguars looking good. They're looking good. And so I'm not saying that all these are guaranteed wins. Not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is any NFL team would love to be in the situation where strength of schedule, they have an easier way to the playoffs than anyone else does. So again, for the Patriots, what does that mean? That means they really got to come out and they got to show, hey, we're worthy of this position in the playoffs. Because again, beating a good team in the Bills, holding their own, and then being able to go in this easy stretch of the schedule and win these games would be huge, is big. And even Stephon Diggs said about this Saints game coming up, hey, it's going to be a test. It is. Every single week. And these are professionals. It's not like they're going in just kind of shrugging their shoulders. Honestly, if you kind of look at Penn State, I truly think Penn State going into that UCLA game, you're like, this isn't a college football show. I know, it's not. But I think Penn State went into that game kind of in a slump after losing to Oregon, playing UCLA, who lost to New Mexico, have mercy. And they just thought they're going to be a pushover in the Rose Bowl. And they weren't, in front of a crowd of maybe what could fit a quarter of that stadium, which is kind of embarrassing. Crazy. It's crazy. So again, comment below. Tell me what you think, the schedule moving forward. What do you think? Not what do you think? Who do you believe are going to be the toughest test or that you're most nervous about? Obviously, the Bills playing them again. I would tell you the Bucs. Are going to be the teams that make me obviously nervous. And so we will see. But comment below. Would love to hear from you guys in this. Again, any NFL team would love to be in the situation the Patriots are in schedule-wise moving forward. So comment below. Tell me what you think. You're probably wondering, what makes Z-Biotics pre-alcohol so special? Well, hear me out. Z-Biotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's simple. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you're feeling your best the next day. We know fall's right around the corner. That means football, and football. So guess what? Drink a pre-alcohol Z-Biotic before you drink responsibly during those games. And guess what? You'll be feeling normal the next day. So this is all you got to do. Go to zbiotic.com/STP. Get 15% off your first order. Again, zbiotic.com/STP. And guess what? If you're not satisfied, 100% money back guaranteed. So again, zbiotic.com/STP. 15% off. Don't miss out. Next up, Christian Gonzalez status, concern, ended up leaving practice. He participated in initial stretching and the start of individual drills. He left the main practice field during media access and did not return to practice. He was not on the injury report yesterday. I'm not concerned. That's all I'm going to say. Not concerned. A lot of people, doom and gloom. I'm not going to sit here and do doom and gloom. You guys know me well enough. I'm not going to do that. I think he's going to be fine. Biggest concern, ideally you want him out there guarding the likes of Chris Olave, who I think has a ton of potential. It's just unfortunate that he has not had the greatest quarterback situations as of recently. So we will see, but I think Christian Gonzalez is going to be fine. So I think everyone needs to take a chill pill. Last but not least, KC Chason. We know he missed the game against the Bills, which was a bummer, but they still got the dub, so it was fine. So it makes things seem better moving forward that, hey, he should be out there pretty soon. He participated in practice today as well. Keon White, who ended up not finishing out the Bills game. He ended up doing some conditioning and stuff at practice as well. So we will see. The chase on it was a knee issue. Again, I think he's going to be fine. And I think he is a huge asset to this defense. And you might say, well, Aaron, they did fine without him. Sure they did, but think if he was in there, I think it would have caused a lot more havoc for Josh Allen, and it would have been a much bigger issue for him. I think Chaisson is kind of revitalizing his career. He did well with the Raiders last year, and I think he is on a path to continue to do that, and even more so with the Patriots. So comment below, tell me what you think about this. Again, it's great news, and obviously a knee injury is no injury is ideal, but a knee injury, I feel like a lot can go wrong with the knee, that knee complex in particular, with all the different ligaments and whatnot. So tell me what you think. Return to practice. What are your thoughts moving forward? Schedule. Whatever you want to talk about. Comment below. You guys rock. Again, we're climbing to 10,000. Be a part of it if you're not a part of it. Takes you 1 second. Boom. Click. There you are. You're a part of the movement. Movement? What the heck is this? A cult? No. Not a cult. Not a cult. What am I saying? I don't know. Anyways, we just like Patriots football. We like talking Patriots. So join us. It's a good time. We'll talk later. Hit the sub button. Hit the like button. We'll see you Friday. Peace.